Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my Cerebral Palsy Awareness Project. We are going to talk more about Eddie and his CP. JK is about me.
Shut up, DJ. Really, guys, if you did not catch the first part of this video about cerebral palsy awareness and facts, please go check it out. It was released on March 5th, and it's on DJ's Cartoon Universe. Also, please write down any questions that you may have about DJ, about cerebral palsy, or him in particular, and his living with cerebral palsy on March 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He will be doing a live where you can ask him questions either in chat or you can come up on panel with us and ask. He will also be doing a giveaway with some special limited edition stickers he has designed. Uh, he had designed and had made up to give away. So without further ado, let's get into the show. All right, DJ, the first question I have for you is how old were you when you first realized that you were different from other kids?
Okay, and I realized I was different around the age of 7.
How did you become aware that you were different?
I don't think there was a exact moment I became aware. I think it just dawned on me that I wasn't like the little kids.
You was more of a smart aleck? Did you start out in public schools, private schools, or were you homeschooled, DJ?
I was always in public school from what I remember.
Okay. What was your relationship with teachers and other students?
Teachers adored me. Most, if not all, knew I was a smart kid. I got
Smart aleck
along
kid.
uh, I got along with kids in my class, but general education students would ask, "What happened to you?"
And what was your response to them?
I would attempt to explain it to them. I would say, I was born. This is how I live my life.
Was what was their response to that? Like,
They,
did they understand or
they kind of understood, but it wasn't concrete, if you know what I mean.
well, I guess it depends on what age the kids were, like if it was in elementary, middle school, or high school as well, huh?
Yeah, yeah. This was elementary, so
It was harder for
the
them to understand it, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Um,
okay.
did you have regular classes with students without cerebral palsy, or was it all with students with special needs?
Until I was in high school, I only had PE and oral electives with non-disabled students. So you
What
know,
kind of? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it was just like a segregated class until we had electives.
So what was PE and stuff like for you? What kind of things did you do in PE?
Um, well, I did most of the typical PE stuff, like in my experience, we did the parachute, we jumped rope, played basketball, and ran laps. So,
I do I do have a question for that. Back
mm,
when I was in school and everything, they did have like Special Olympics. For where you did.
yes, yes.
Did you ever participate in any kind of Special Olympics or anything?
Yeah, the special Olympics that I participated in was among the high schools in my county, but to be honest, the that Special Olympics were more like field days in elementary school. You had your events that you could do, but it was really just a time to relax and get away from the day to day education center.
What kind of electives did you generally take or enjoy?
I took alt music and home ec. I only took home ec in my eighth grade year of
Wait,
middle
wait a minute.
school.
Wait a minute. Did you take home ec to be around the girls?
No, no, actually, it was required that all eight girls take home at my middle school. So
That
that
wasn't re- that wasn't a requirement for us. I think you did it to get around the girls.
no, no. Tr- Trust me, if I wanted to be on girls, I would have done chorus again.
What other electives did you take or like?
Okay, my favorite letters were pill counseling was being a office aide in my high school. So I would run passes for the guidance team when they needed to see a student. But my all-time favorite was Army JROTC. Now
Yeah,
the Army part is important, right, Eddie?
yeah. We all know it wasn't Marine Corps ROTC. You'd be a lot tougher than that.
uh, hey, I'm tougher than you. That's all that matters.
Uh, did you get picked on from? Did you get picked on from the general education students?
I did, but not as often as you would think.
What was your reaction and how did you handle it? And when you were picked on, DJ?
I cried for a few minutes, then got over it.
Yeah, I was always the new kid on the block. Okay, I was always picked on. I was always heavy set, and my dad was in the army. We was always moving around. So my reaction to it was a lot of times was I got into fights, and I always ended up in the principal's office. Um, hey, DJ, did you ride the short bus?
Yes, but not all short buses are short.
The reason I asked that question is it was kind of a joke, but also it brings up the next question in transportation. How difficult is it, and what kind of adaptations are required for you to travel?
the difference, the differences between the slow and the short bus and the long bus is restrictions to allow wheelchairs on board.
How does that work, DJ? Are there special attachments or straps to secure your chair so it don't move around, or if it gets into an accident, you're all are safe or whatever?
Yes, they're all slots connected to the front to secure the wheelchair, but I will also add that sometimes it's hard to find a spot to connect the slats because not all wheelchairs have dedicated slat spots. You have to find what you could work with.
I got you. That makes sense. Did you have a lot of friends in school, and were they mainly in general education classes or special ed?
In elementary and middle school, most of my friends were in special ed, but in high school I made a lot of friends in general education, so that they were more. So at graduation, many of my friends will cheer my name as I cross the stage.
Is that because you finally graduated or what?
Hey, I was Mr. Popular. Everyone knew and liked me. Unlike this guy who I bet was the geek at his high school.
When did you graduate, DJ? And did you keep in contact with your high school friends today? Are you still in contact with them?
I graduated in 2017, and yes, right back then, I am still Mr. Pablo.
I
I
think that's
mean,
debatable.
no, it's not any.
Uh, DJ, what special skills or adaptations did you learn during your years as a student that helped you or prepared you for living as an adult with CP?
Not what we want is what every student wants, but we just have extra help understanding it.
DJ, you don't need no help understanding anything. You're a very intelligent person and your mental faculties are fully intact. I did have a question about your electives earlier, though. What is peer counseling?
And the counselor for me was helping in the front office learn passes to students when the counselors needed to see them or learn a spell pair of clothes to students when parents brought them in.
Well, hold on a minute. I don't see you running anywhere, DJ.
Ha,
You was wheeling very fast, right? With the nitrous bottle on your chair.
yeah, have you ever done something like that, Eddie?
Yeah, kind of like an aide. I was Miss Mittag's aide, the bookkeepers, during my homeroom class, and I love being an aide. I could wander the halls, go to lunch early, and every year after, I think I was a sophomore when I first became her aide, and then every year after that, I would go to her and say, "Hey, Miss Mittag, can I be your aide during homeroom?" And she would say yes, and she'd sign the little permission slip. So sophomore, junior, and senior year, I didn't have a homeroom class, which I hated sitting in a class waiting or doing work or whatever. So I would much rather roam the halls or whatever. So I would go do the work. But yeah, I understand what you mean about that now. Uh, hey, DJ, a lot of kids hang out after school together on weekends or on summer breaks. We went to the movies or parks and played sports together, or we went to the mall to hang out, eat, watch movies, whatever. How did having CP affect that, or what did you do? Did you do anything like that?
Unlike your average Joe or your average Marine, who did everything you mentioned, I didn't get to the mall to hang out with friends. I We did have sleepovers, but only with one friend at a time. As far as sports, I'm a no. I'd say it's like reading or listening to books. Movies were more a family thing. Don't even ask me how many midnight midnight premieres I've been to. I just uh, just know we were and are Harry Potter fans.
So you admit to being a nerd.
I Yes, I will own up to that as long as I'm alive.
So if you did have a car, you'd own a Nova, right? Nova, a Nova, because Nova stands for Nerd on Vicious Attack.
And move on, Eddie.
All right, tell me about your experience in junior ROTC, and what was the rank, the highest rank you got promoted to?
Yeah, I did JTC for a year and a half. It was still on drill and ceremony because I had to modify the movements for myself just because, I'm not able to put a foot back and spin on my heel. I doubt you couldn't do that anymore, Eddie. But as far as rank, I was promoted higher than you to second lieutenant. I mean, I, I was even my squad leader at one point.
How many was in your squad? One? You?
No, the exactly three other cadets.
Okay, cool.
So
All right, DJ, enough about your school life. You are an old man now. You have been out of school for 6 years now. Since then, how has CP affected your life?
I am oh man, my body hurts all the time. Might be hard to believe, but it does.
All right, you say your body hurts all the time. Are you completely restricted to the wheelchair or bed?
Yes, if I'm not in the chair, I'm in my bed
Why does your body hurt all the time?
because sometimes my muscles tense up even while laying down, and I will sometimes it's just from this guy calling me all the time.
Okay, let me ask you this. What are your plans for your life or your ambitions for life? What do you want to do, and does your CP affect it?
Okay, I want to sleep all day, but that's not effective. by my CP. It's affected by you, Eddie.
I can't help it you stay awake all hours of the night.
Yes, you can. Stop giving on.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. As far as YouTube, you want to make an income to help support yourself. Where do you see your channel going, and how does your CP affect you or does your CP affect you in any way to prevent you from accomplishing your goals?
As far as YouTube accomplished my goals, my my CP only affects how I feel day to day. Like if my back hurts, it does affect how much of your cell workload I can do.
Hey, don't even. You know I'm in there helping most all the time doing this stuff. You're my sidekick, DJ. I'm not yours.
Hey, hey, I had to help out today while you were asleep.
All right. Besides YouTube, what other goals do you want to accomplish?
Besides YouTube, I want to attend college for film production, and I also want to drive you completely insane.
You do a good job of that, DJ. All right, DJ, let's get off the questions here for a little bit. Without me asking you questions, tell me about your life in general from the time you were young until now, about your life and CP, and take your time. This is about you living with CP. So go ahead and tell us anything you want us to know.
Besides every gentleman, growing up was like you would think it would be. I got in trouble for some. I was a Reds fan. I moved towns 3 times and I enjoyed playing with my cousins and siblings. I was just like your typical kid, but I just had more challenges than most kids. For, for example, my family car was a modified sprinter van that would normally hold about 9 children on one side, but modified two rows were removed to fit my wheelchair. Another example is whenever we were playing on loose and we wanted to go to the living room, I would have to wait for one of my parents to come tell me or have either my sister or brother pull me on a blanket because we had tile floors throughout the house minus the bedrooms. In school, most students wrote with pencil and paper. 99% of my schoolwork was done on the computer with a special keyboard called Intelli Keys. This keyboard had a keycard that prevented me from hitting multiple keys at once. I have a successful growing up. I managed that by medication. As I grew up, I had resurrection to a position for about 14 years. and I'm clearly not taking any picture. And in 2008, I asked my dad if we could build me a website that was kind of like a pseudo blog that people, mainly mainly family, could leave messages on. This was my first attempt at creating online content. Fast forward to 2011, I asked my dad if I could sign up for a YouTube account so I could just subscribe to the people I followed at the time. I started making videos for fun because I hope I could make a income when I got enough viewers, but I haven't yet. Me and my brother live with our parents, so we don't have to live in group homes. I don't drive because I don't have good distance vision. My social life consists of talking to friends on the phone or by video chat. And uh, I personally still watch cartoons and anime as a escape from everyday life. I currently have 763 subscribers, and at the time of recording, I have 1,425 watch hours. So if you would all sell this out and run my playlist to help me supplement the money for my dreams and aspirations of attending college, it would be much appreciated. I hope this answers some of your questions about me and my life with simple policy. If you have other questions, please join me on my live on March 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And feel free to ask me any questions you still have. I will be good. I will be glad to answer them. I will be doing a special giveaway with limited edition stickers on that live as well.
That was that was very nicely said, DJ. And I think we'll wrap it up here. Thanks, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a lot. I hope to see you on the 31st. Semper Fi, all.
Don't forget to keep on watching cartoons and anime. Bye, guys! I, I am. Okay, are you gonna let me read it and say it?
Oh,
Or are you gonna just scroll past?
I forgot you were looking at my screen.
Uh huh.